about I'll be sharing a very interesting story about myself. It's one of my journeys to my career success, and during my journey in my career, I experienced some kind of lovely challenges. Yeah, so I'll be sharing with you today on some experiences I had while trying to progress in my career. And it's a lovely Tuesday. It has been raining all through today. I think the rain just even stopped out. This rain really spoiled a lot of things. So thank you so much for joining this live. I want to share a very interesting story. So most for like a long time, when I just finished my youth service, I went back. I served in Umuahia in Abia State. So I went back to Benin, Edo State, and got my first job. So I'm not going to be talking about my progress in terms of the jobs I've done and all, but I'm just going to be sharing this particular story while searching for a job, while job hunting, while trying to progress in my career. I had always had this plan, or was it a dream, or like call it now, of settling in Abuja. I actually preferred Abuja to Lagos because I've been to Lagos just like 4 times. I've been how many times? The first time I went to Lagos, I was like, what? Seriously, it was not funny. I didn't like what I was saying. It was just too busy for me to comprehend. Like, you see some people, they are all dressed up in corporate and all, and they enter this very big bus, and they have to stand all through. Some even squat inside the vehicle, like what people have to go through because they are going to work. If you're living very far in the mainland and you're working in the island, you have to wake up maybe like 4. If you even leave your house 6, you are late. You have to leave your house so early because of traffic. I didn't like that kind of life. Me, I like soft girl, baby girl life. When I mean soft girl, I understand challenges in life. I understand the things you have to go through because you want to meet your dreams, and there are some things you need to achieve in life. And in life, like from my experience so far, I'm not talking like I know all, but my experience is that life is in phases. Life is really in phases. There are some times in life that you need a particular thing. Then it will get to a particular stage in life that you've gone past that thing that you think you needed at that particular stage. You will not be thinking of just that thing, you'll be thinking of something else. That's why it said that man is insatiable, because our wants grow higher. We never tell ourselves that, well done, you have achieved, you have done well. Even the richest man in Nigeria still wants to achieve more, still wants to break records. So it's so interesting. Like, this life is just funny. Like, we're just working. So back to the Lagos story. Like, I never really wanted to stay in Lagos. I was like, I cannot cope with this kind of this environment is not healthy for my mental health. Like, I just want a peaceful environment. Sometimes it's not just about the money. Money is very important, don't get me wrong. That's why we are working. We are all working for the money, right? Oh, I'm seeing Emily. Welcome to my life. Bestie World, welcome to my life. Then Loop, you're welcome to my life. I really am very grateful for having you here. Like, I just wanted to just discuss, have a live section. This is my first live section. I just said that I just wanted to experience it, and I feel so encouraged that people are coming out to support me, that you're all coming out to support me. Thank you so much. I don't take this for granted. Thank you so much. So when I went to Lagos, I was like, I went for an interview, like, I think it was a KPMG, no, it was an aptitude test, not an interview. So I went there for the first stage of the exam. I liked it, but I really loved the organization. When I entered, oh my goodness, The ambience was like, it was mad. I liked what I was saying, but I did not like the Lagos thing. So you see, one thing in life, what you wish for yourself, what you think in your head, what you wish for yourself, most times is what will play out for you. Once you've told yourself that, I don't like this place, even when you not say, okay, let me now manage it or something, it might not be forthcoming sometimes. So that's why we have to be careful what we say. But also, it's good to tell yourself what you want. It's good to be specific on what you want. So I didn't really like the Lagos thing. Then I didn't get the job. After everything, I didn't get the job. So I had an interview in Abuja. It was a recruitment agency. So I went for that interview. It was the first stage of the interview. I went there. I traveled all the way from Benin. Oh my God! I traveled that year. Oh. I was traveling. I was traveling. Hey God, risking my life. Hey, I was just moving from place to place. Like I was always moving. It was really crazy. It was crazy. So when I look back, I'm just thinking like, what? Is it that I had no value for my then or what? What has changed? Because if I think about it now, and there are some trips that I look at now and say it's not worth it. You're just moving, traveling, like, and thank God then though the insecurity was not as it's not the way it is now, that it's really scary to travel, and transport fare was cheaper then compared to what we have now. Now if you want to travel from Benin to Lagos, you know how much you want to spend. Then you can get 4,000 something. You can even get those there are some in those that cover Saint with Benin. When you get to Oluku, there's a place in Oluku where you just get, it's not a park, like it's a local park, like not really owned by, like the way we have God is good and the rest. We just have different vehicles in that place in here. You can get Lagos, and then we get, that was 2020, 2021, 2021, 2020, 2019. You could get a vehicle to Lagos for 2,000 naira. I'm serious. From that Oluku as at then. Can't even compare to what we have now. So imagine going and coming, maybe just spend like, plus your internal transport. Let's just say you can spend like 10k. You can actually spend like 10k. But now, going itself, you will spend more than 10k. It's not even possible. And the risk, the roads are bad, and insecurity, it's really a very big issue. So, so those were the challenges then. But I was just moving from place to place in Lagos. Then I went for an interview in Abuja for that recruitment agency. I passed the first stage. So they sent me another invite for the second stage of the interview. I was happy when I saw it. I made up my mind. I really made up my mind that I was actually going to go for that interview. I made up my mind that I was going to attend that interview. So the next day, in fact, the next day, I think I've taken permission from work. Yes, I've taken permission from work. I planned my things. Just that one thing about me, I don't like to arrange my thoughts till that morning that I want to travel. I don't just know. I just have this mindset that when I want to travel, I'll arrange my thoughts that morning. I've not really arranged my bag, but I already had it in mind. I had withdrawn money that I was going to use to travel to Abuja for that. Imagine I traveled for the first stage of the interview. They say the second stage I will not travel for. It doesn't even make sense. After wasting my time and going that far. So I said, I will go for this second stage. So surprisingly, a day to when I was supposed to travel, I just felt, I was so sick. When I mean sick, I just felt ill. Ah God, I said, I still had it in mind. I said, I'll travel. And when I was at night, I was sleeping. I noticed that my legs were shaking. My legs were shaking. I was literally shaking. It was as if I was trembling, like I was scared. I didn't even know what I was scared of. I was too scared. I was even crying. Like I was like, God, I've never felt this kind of fear in my life. Because then I used when I want to travel, I'll just pick up the bag. I don't think to if I want to get something, then I'm not really thinking twice. I've never experienced that kind of fear in my life before. I have never experienced that kind of fear before. I was so scared. I started praying to God. Then I had this strong feeling telling me, don't go anywhere, don't try it. It was as if I could not even move my legs. I was trembling. So that is how I just cancelled that. Because I could not overcome throughout that night, early morning, I could not overcome that feeling. I don't know if any of you have actually felt like that before. If you have, just please drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know if you've ever had that kind of feeling, a strong feeling that is telling you don't do this. Even when you're trying to fight it, it's so overwhelming, it's so strong that it's a force that you cannot overcome. Like that strong feeling, like don't travel. I was shaking. I felt sad. Sad in the sense that I had already traveled, fair risk my life and spent money going for the first stage and getting to the second stage, and I was very sure that if I had traveled, I would get that job. I had that strong feeling that I could have gotten the job. But what is stopping me from traveling? I could not even understand it. I started questioning myself, did I make the right decision? Another mind just told me, just forget about it. It's yours, it's yours. Then towards I think around 10 a.m. in the morning, I got a call from the organization. They called to check on me like, if I was still coming for the interview, then I just told them that, man, I will not be able to make it to, I will not be able to make it. So they said, okay. So that's how I lost that job. Then another job experience, traveling, and man, it's really very difficult when you are job hunting and maybe you are staying in a place that there's no more job opportunities and you're trying to go to a bigger city to search for jobs. It's even better. I think it's better now because now you have you have a lot of remote interviews. Now companies are embracing doing online interviews because it was actually after that COVID that most companies understood and they saw the essence of this, because they understood the essence of conducting these online interviews, because first of all it saves you stress and saves you money and saves you time, because those days those companies, some of them, they pay recruitment agencies to do those interviews. They gather people from different states, the stress, accommodate, looking for a venue to accommodate, because most times some organizations don't like using their office space to organize such interviews. So we look for a venue and you're going to pay for that venue, and if you are going to call a lot of people, like you are doing an interview, like nationwide interview, you are expecting crowd, and that kind of crowd can even cause a lot of problem. You can, if you can remember this customs, yeah, was it customs? Yes, there was this customs nationwide call for recruitment that killed, oh god, it cost let me not say killed, it cost the life of so many people. So it was terrible. Actually, it was really terrible. So companies are trying to avoid such case, that overcrowding and all, and doing the remote interview is it's cost effective and it's safer and it's convenient. But it's just that some companies to say they want to see the individually, physically, they want to assess the person, they want to assess body language and all. But if you ask me, I will say the online interview is the best because it's so convenient. It's really convenient. Yeah. And it's also good to assess if this, it's also good to do a remote interview. You want to know if that your potential candidate is tech savvy. Does it have good internet access in its in wherever it's staying, he or her is staying? Because there are some times that some jobs that we have these days, we have hybrid jobs where you work some days online remotely, then you come to the office for some days in the week. So those kind of work place, they need an individual that is tech savvy and is in a location that there's good internet access and there's good source of power. So I will say the remote interview is just the best. So then you didn't have that so much of that privilege of doing the remote and all. You have to travel long distance. Imagine traveling from Benin to Abuja. You go for the first stage, you go back home. Maybe in another 1 week or 2 weeks they'll tell you come for second stage. Sometimes they won't have up to third stage, fourth stage, fifth stage. Oh man, it was really exhausting. Like imagine going through that stress. It was mentally stressful, physically, mentally, financially, emotionally. It was stressful actually. So I just thank God that we are here. We're able to escape all those challenges and all, and we're able to pull through. So the other interview experience I was talking about, so I had this interview with Zenith Bank. No, not an interview, it was an aptitude test in Zenith Bank in Abuja, in their head office. I had to travel again all the way. That's another very funny interview experience that I will never forget. A day before that trip, I just felt ill. This kind of sickness, hey God, it's not like the normal malaria, normal headache, or whatever kind of thing. It's something I've never felt before. I just started having this stomach pain. It's very strong stomach pain. And I was supposed to travel. I think I wanted to use it was God is good. No, not God is good. It was Big Joe that I used. One mind was telling me, since you're having this stomach ache, why don't you just stay? Then the other mind was like, no. You have come too far. For them to even select you to come for this test. So many people were looking for this opportunity, they didn't get it. For them to select you for you to come for this test, it means a lot. And you have to in this life you have to make some sacrifices. It will not only be convenient. You know the kind of things you tell yourself when you are in a situation. You just want to see reasons why you want to do that thing that you have in mind. You just want to know that it makes sense. So you just want to deceive yourself and tell yourself that I actually need to come for this interview. So I just felt sick. The next morning I could barely carry myself. I could barely move. But I still went to the park. That was Big Joe. When I got to the park, imagine they wasted my time. We've already entered the vehicle. Before you know, they took us to another park in Benin. We're still in Benin as at 10:10. We're still in Benin. They took us to another park because maybe there were not enough passengers that were going to Abuja. So they took us to another park. They went to add more passengers so that we'll complete the bus. We started coming to Abuja around almost 11 in the morning, 11 a.m. Imagine, the distance between from Benin to Abuja is really far. And I was just still in Benin around 11 a.m. Thank God, I was just telling God, wow. I was bothered, actually, I was bothered that God, He see me through. Then we got to this place, Okene, in Edo State. Those places that you have those boa cement sites. It's very, very funny experience. So there was a truck and our vehicle. The man mistakenly hit the truck by the side mirror. So it was not even the damage was not much. So it just hit the truck slightly. Our driver wanted to come down to apologize to the driver, like to just talk or something. So people, that's why sometimes it's not good to just listen to people. People in the vehicle say, driver, just ignore, just be going. If you come down now, people will be dragging, people will be arguing, to be much talk. So just ignore and start going. That's how the driver listened to us. So I didn't really talk, I was just looking though. That's how the driver listened to the other people in the vehicle and started going. We had gone like, is it 10 minutes or like more than 10 minutes safe. We have gone, but there was now a small traffic, like small traffic at the front. Do you believe me that that truck driver that we hit, he pursued us and he used a very big stone to hit our vehicle from the back. The truck driver did not even care that what if I hit this stone and somebody dies at the back. It did not concern him. His aim was just to stop us by all means. He didn't even care whether anybody is going to die in the process. It was not his business. He just wanted to stop us by all means. Our driver was so upset, like, because it really did a lot of damage to it scattered the back windscreen. Driver was so angry. Driver came down, wanted to go and fight. And you know those boys, those Kogi boys, they are strong. If you see this young guy, he was beating our driver. And the driver went to lock all of us inside the vehicle. He didn't open the door for maybe some people to come and help him. They were beating our driver. They pushed him on the floor. The guy was beating him. So some people from our vehicle, they had to come down to go and rescue the driver. So that's how they were fighting. That was already around 1. Hey! Trouble. Before you know it, now had to take us to there was one checkpoint. So there was a soldier there. They had to take us to the checkpoint to start judging matter. We all followed though. Me that is traveling to Abuja, I'm in Okene, and we are judging matter. We have not even left, and there is still traffic small at the front. When will I get to Abuja? Who sent me for this kind of journey? I don't tire. So now wait to judge the matter, they judge for like 30 minutes. So the conclusion was, okay, the driver, they will both settle themselves. This one will pay for the damage, the other one will pay for the damage. So at the end of the day, we settled and we started coming again. We got to now entered Abaji. Abaji is one town just before you enter the Abuja main town. There was one, there was one trailer that was just coming our way. Do you know that? I don't just know what happened. Our driver had lost control, was almost entering under the trailer. Then he just quickly swerved, and the luck we had, when he swerved, it was just like a bush path. There was nothing that could really cause harm. So that's how our vehicle just stopped. There was one man there that injured his lips. It was bleeding. I was like, God, thank you. God, thank you. God is a merciful God, because he gave me signs that I should not go for that trip. I still stubbornly gave myself reasons to travel. But God still spared my life. That's why I'm always very grateful to God. Very, very grateful. I will always remain grateful, because God has been merciful in my life, like so merciful. That's how God spared us. Second wahala. Luckily for us, we got to Abuja. We got to Abuja around 12 a.m. at night. And I went to stay at my friend's place. Shout out to my bonkie for life. She has been so wonderful to me, and God bless her. So I went to go and stay in my friend's place. Then the next morning, I went for the aptitude test. Do you know that when I even went for that test, see questions now. You know, have you ever had that feeling that when you finish writing an exam, you just know that I didn't pass this exam. You just know. You don't even need anybody to tell you. You already know your score. Most times it happens to me. 80% of the exams I write, I know when I pass. Like, I'm expecting a good grade from what I've written. I'm that confident that okay, except that the one kind, Nigerian system, some of their exams, they get heads. Except maybe something happens or but most exams I write that is fair. Most of the fair exams, I can tell, okay, bad as bad, this is what I will score. Even sometimes when I have it in mind that okay, I might score high, I just tend to say, okay, I should score when I'm expecting maybe A. I know that I'll get maybe an A. I'll just say, okay, bad as bad, I can get like B or something. So that exam, I just like this exam. I don't know whether it was the stress and the trauma from the trip. I did not just do well in that test. And I asked myself after everything, like, was it worth it? Was it actually worth it risking my life, traveling all the way, and even all the signs that I saw, even with this strong stomach pain, I carried myself, packaged myself, and turned out very cool. Was it really worth it making such kind of risk? It just shows that maybe I didn't value my life so much at that time. Or I don't think I will use the word like I didn't value my life. What I would say is that I didn't know better. Let me just put it like that. Because there's a certain stage you get to your life, you get to in your life as you mature every day, as you age, you will make better decisions. It's expected that you will make better decisions, except you are not willing to learn or you're not willing to improve. You can't compare yourself like a young person that just started his career, started working in the decisions you will make at that early stage and the decisions you will make when you spent 10 years in practice, they can never be the same. You have more exposure, you have more confidence in yourself, so your decision making will always be different. So that was one very traumatic travel experience, just to attend, just to not attend a job interview, write an aptitude test, something that they can set for me and send it to me. I will write it from wherever I am. If you pass, you pass. Because imagine I'm coming to Abuja all the way from Benin. I'm still coming to Abuja. I'm coming to your office, and you are giving me a computer system to write an aptitude test. I don't know what I can do in my house. I don't know if you get my point. That's something that I can actually do from the comfort of my house, and it will save both ourselves stress. Instead of me coming to stress myself in your office, that time that I used to attend to me in your office, you use it to do something better. You just send me the link, then I'll do it at its maybe a speculated time or at my convenience, whichever way is you want it. So I think Nigerian, we should improve, we should do better. There is organizations in Nigeria, the recruitment process should change some things. I think there are some things that are not worth it, like just a job that involves like a junior accountant, a clerk or something. The person has to go through 4-5 stages of interview. To me, I don't think it's necessary. I do not think it's necessary. The person is going to write aptitude tests. The person will write all those personality tests, blah 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 blah. After that one, you sit for interview, you discuss, you ask some personal questions. Before you know, you will meet with top management, you will meet with departmental. It's not necessary. It's not necessary. I don't think, it's my opinion, I don't think that going through those very long stages, I don't think it's necessary. There's some particular things you do, and kind of if you conduct like one interview, is enough. Is enough. One interview for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, or 50 minutes, you know You already know if you want to hire the person or not. I don't think you have to waste time, do a lot of many rigorous things, because that does not determine if that person will be actually competent in that job. It doesn't determine that. Thank you so much for staying on the live, and I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for joining, and I'm going to do this another time. These my live sections are not my teaching sections. They're just sections that will talk about the career in Nigeria, career progression, interview experiences, and many more. Gist. Experience in your workplace. What I experienced in doing certain types of projects, and experience in workplace and all. So that is what these live sections will be about. Just gist. And I promise you it's going to be very interesting. Thank you so much for staying till this time. I really appreciate, because people like you that make us encouraged to keep going. Thank you so much. Bye.